you. And so let's get live on the screen now. Let's bring in Finn, who is going to give us a demo of the immersive telepresence system. There he is. Hi, Finn. How are you?
Hello, John.
Hey, so you're live here in the keynote room, and it would be great if you could show everyone here the immersive telepresence system. Take it away, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. So down here at the collaboration booth, we have the immersive system IX5000. So I'm walking over to it now, and what you could see here is how it appears. Rowan mentioned that less is more has been a key design principle for us. So let's focus on one of the key components for the immersive system, the camera, and look at what we have done in terms of simplification. So this is the former immersive system, the camera unit for that. As you could see, quite large and also quite complex in terms of installation and mounting. We have video processing here, some cables here, and in front here we have 3 HD cameras that have to be manually adjusted and fixed to make a perfect alignment for the system. So that is a complicated process when you do installation. So let's look at the camera for the IX5000. This is the camera. A small, simple solution. We have 3 4K cameras here with overlapping sectors for the view. We feed the camera streams over to a video processor here on one single cable. We could do all adjustments and alignments here in software only. So that's kind of moving from hardware adjustments to software adjustments and really simplifying the whole solution. So that's one thing in terms of less is more. Over at the table here, let's look at some of the details and the attention to details we have been focusing on. I guess many of you are carrying around a bag like this with different adapters for your computer so that you could connect up to do a presentation. So our designer were thinking, what can we do to really make that a more delightful experience? So what we have done here in the table is create one universal adapter. This is HDMI, DisplayPort, and Thunderbolt all in one. And these are the attention to these details are what really makes the use here delightful. Another important part of video conferencing and telepresence is really to have good audio. So when people come into a meeting with laptops and other belongings, they place it on the table, you can risk that people cover the microphones. So for the table here, we have put in a microphone array with 18 microphones. So wherever you place your laptop here, there will be a microphone that perfectly picks up your audio and send it over to the far end. So that's how we're securing the audio experience. Let's go behind the system and look at the second front. So Rowan talked about reducing weight. We have actually managed to reduce the weight half. And if you also look here, we have put a lot of attention to the details here on the back as well. We have reduced the thickness, so the system is less than 20 centimeters thin. And we have also then used materials here that were taken from the car industry that are light and recyclable. And as you can see, the system is also freestanding, no attachment to the walls. So that's back to the room remediation. There's nothing here that really needs to kind of go into the walls or the floor. It's freestanding on the floor. So now let's look at the call and how the in-call experience is. So with me here I have Jens Petter and Christian, and we are now going to make a call to Oslo and the team there, which are in the similar room as we are here. So hello Oslo, how are you today?
Buongiorno Milano, we are very good, thank you.
We're doing good, thank you very much.
So we want to kind of present to people here at Cisco Live what we have done to enhance the in-call experience. How can you more naturally behave in the room and make it like we feel that we are in the same room? So can you show us a couple of examples here?
Yes, Finn-Helge, no worries. One of the things that we did create was, more freedom to move around. You want to have a meeting, and a meeting doesn't necessarily have to put you into a chair. You want to stand up. And what happened? You kind of lost the most important part in the meeting, the head, for some people at least. But now, with the stand-up mode, you can stand up in the room, you can freely move around in the room, so everyone in the room can stand up and freely move around. Now, that's a good new feature that we have added. Another thing is using analog content, sharing that. I have a whiteboard over here. You probably can see a little bit of it, but let's share it in detail. So, as you can see, I can share, my whiteboard as content on your side. So, buongiorno, Milano, from Oslo, Norway. So, sharing content, analog, digitally to you is a new feature, and you can share the content wherever you like.
This is really great, and it makes it much more natural, and we can have a good discussion, we can be creative. This is really good. So thank you, our team in Oslo. That's fantastic to see. So now we have gone through some of the key features that we have done in terms of simplification and less is more. There's one thing we haven't mentioned, and that's really bandwidth reduction. Bandwidth is a major question for many of our customers when it comes to wider deployment. So what we have done on the IX5000 is to use our latest H.265 codec, which can give an almost reduction of 50% on the bandwidth compared to former video codecs. So what do you think about that, Rowan?
I think that's awesome, dude. Thank you for the demo. That was fantastic. So we saw the stand-up mode. So we saw the cameras zoom out to capture people when they're standing up, zooming into whiteboards, half the weight, no room remediation. Is there any other things in there that you're really proud of in terms of sort of the attention to detail there that you'd like to cover?
Yeah, one thing I would mention is the lighting we have above the screens here. That makes sure we can assure people that they are looking good on video all the time.
So the light bar, that glowing white strip is
Yep.
what you're referring to? Yep?
Yep.
Okay. And that means that people don't have to have any modified lighting in the room, because there's nothing worse than being on a video call and having bad lighting, especially as we get older. That's definitely something that we like. So that's a great feature too. Thanks a lot, team. Really appreciate it. Great demo. We're excited about the product. Thank you. If you haven't seen it, please go take a look. I think you'll be very surprised and pleased at the quality of that product. I know that we're very proud of it. So, kind of to wrap it up, it's all about less is more for us. Half the bandwidth, half the weight, half the total cost of ownership. I mean, this product is a very substantial and significant upgrade to the portfolio.